Hey guys, it's Eric Crownover from Nerdy Geek Talk, source to all your nerdy geeky needs. Here with episode 41 of Steel City Bots. Yep, I'm back. Joining me this week, we have Soundjack. How you doing, Soundjack?
I am doing well. I have finally gotten some sleep.
That's good. That's always a good thing. Sleep is good. Miguel, who was also gone, I believe, right?
Last week, yes.
Yeah, I'm back.
Say, I've been gone longer than you, I think. Or have I?
Definitely.
Or it might be
You've
the
been
same.
gone
Yeah. No, you have. Yeah, there's been more
You've
episodes
been
where
gone
you've
for
been
like a
gone and I've
month,
been gone.
not counting the Bumblebee trailer discussion.
True. Did I ask you how you are? How are you?
I don't remember, but I'm doing fine.
That's good. I'm glad you're doing fine. Whether or not you already said that, I don't think you did, but I honestly don't remember. That's bad. That's short-term memory. Wow, we're getting so old. We can't be the young generation Transformers podcasters anymore. Okay. Anyways,
We have to pass the torch.
we have to pass it on.
That's the people who got into Transformers through Rescue Bots.
You know what?
Or
I think
just pass it on to the podcast that I may or may not be starting.
but it's the same age if you're on it.
Not if I
Anyways.
start it with a group of people who's like 16.
Okay, that's fair. Well, we have. Never mind. Anyways, we have a 16-year-old. But
But I meant multiple.
this is true. We only have one. Speaking of that
Here,
one,
Get up to 6-year-olds.
speaking of that one, Tanner, how are you?
Did we win the war, man?
I don't like you. Jared, I do like you. How are you?
Oh,
Doing good.
Chris, how are you doing? Alive. That's what matters.
Arguably.
Well, you're speaking, so. And Zeus, who I didn't actually introduce but has already talked. I just realized that.
Yep.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I've been on 2 weeks in a row now, so I think that makes me officially a member, and I have my sandal on the wrong foot, so
How
That's
did you
exciting.
do that?
I just stuck my foot in.
You didn't
I
even
didn't
look at
notice
what
which
sandal
one
it
it
was?
was. Nope.
That's almost as
I did
bad as
not.
calling a hot dog a sandwich. Which, by the way, if you do, you're wrong. I'm just putting that
You're
out
a
there.
horrible person if you call a hot dog
Yes.
a sandwich.
There's a lot of choice words we could use about you. I'm kidding, kind of. But anyways,
My choice word would be
wrong.
dummy.
Okay, that works too.
That is my choice word.
You know that everyone can have their own. Uh, Oh, you're right. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That everyone who's listening to the podcast right now, Miguel just pointed out in our chat, is missing out on Zeus's wonderful face as he moves his camera around. We all get to see it.
Yeah, because I'm on my phone, because
It's-
I'm in Sacramento right now.
can we
It's a
see the
great
ceiling
feeling.
fan again?
Why do you want to see the?
Yeah,
Oh, now that's
I mean,
That's
Go
so
nuts, man.
weird. Okay. Moving on. Soundjack, please save us. What's our history lesson?
All right, history lesson for today. On June 25th, the day we're recording this, and this day in 2010, the video game Transformers War for Cybertron is released in the UK by Activision.
Good game. Not the best Cybertron game, but a good one.
yeah,
Yes.
we all know the best one is, of course, Rise of the Darkspark.
No, it's obviously Cybertron Adventures for the Wii.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, come on, man, keep up.
What
Did we
is
ever
that?
put that out, by the way, or did we just stop? I can't remember.
That would have been the next episode.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
guess what you can do this week?
Can
Actually,
we?
no,
It's-
we can't, because I'm gonna be driving back on Wednesday.
Why do you have to ruin everything, Zeus?
Because I hate you all.
Okay, you know what? That's a totally valid reason.
Anyway,
All right, Zeus, what did you get this week?
Oh boy, putting me on the spot.
That shouldn't be
Most
that hard.
recent-
You were complaining about how you got nothing.
Yeah, well, I mean, sure, but also I didn't get nothing. My most recent purchase was an $80 Lego set and an Ant-Man figure. So that's not nothing. That's something.
That's not
it's just not on
Transformers.
topic.
That doesn't
It's just
count.
not on topic.
No, okay.
But-
okay, But we do allow robots or things that transform to be briefly mentioned on the show. Though,
Yeah, but
granted,
that's not what
those
he just mentioned.
that is that
Ant-Man
I was also going to
shrinks.
say that is not
Ant-Man shrinks.
what he said.
He
Ant-Man shrinks.
I was
It
gonna say
counts.
he mass shifts, so therefore he's relevant because he's like Megatron and Soundwave. Maybe they just had a Pym
Yeah.
particle. Who knows?
Yeah, the Ant-Man figure's pretty good. There are like a couple paint problems on it, but I love the skull.
The new Marvel Legends one, is that the one you're
And
talking
yes,
about? Cool. That one does look really
yeah, the Marvel Legends one. Yeah, and the Paul Rudd face is uncomfortably similar to his actual face.
Do we enter Uncanny Valley with that face?
I mean, the smirk certainly does.
good. Chris, what'd you
What?
what did you get this week?
I don't think I got anything really.
Not enough sleep.
No, I've gotten plenty of sleep. I just am nauseous today.
Gotcha.
Not
she
fun
got
things
nauseous.
are happening.
Is
Yes.
Jared, what did you get this week? All right. Wait, did
Jared?
I? Jared? Did
was
you
that?
mute yourself, Jared? Jared muted himself.
Oh no,
Jared,
no, actually not this time. Not this time. Not this time. I was messing with some of my stuff, and it bumped the headphone jack in a way that made it pop out of my laptop. All right.
you muted yourself.
I don't know if I believe him. Not gonna lie. I feel like Jared muted
Anyways.
himself and he's embarrassed. But anyways, what did you get?
I got just this metal diecast silver Optimus Prime statue thing. I don't know what it's actually called. I just got it a couple days ago for $10.
which Optimus Prime is it?
Last night.
Or
I
Age of
think,
Extinction,
yeah.
take your pick.
Would probably last night, unless that Target happened to still have Age of Extinction product on the shelves.
Actually, fun fact, that Target has had Age of Extinction leader class Grimlock. Very recently.
I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's like the
not good.
only thing, like nothing else. But they did have an Age of Extinction leader class Grimlock there. I think we've actually mentioned that once or twice. Yeah, it's crazy.
Now that you say that, I do remember that.
Yep.
My Target briefly had that figure on the shelves during the last night.
Oh no, but like this wasn't put out during the last night. Like that has been there for several years.
Since Age
It
of
might have been before. I think they pulled it out of the back room because it looked kind of beat up.
Gotcha. But I did see those pictures you posted of that statue as a Nightbot, Jared. I liked it. It does look kind of neat.
Yeah. It's heavy too. Like it has like a lot of diecast in him. His entire sword is made completely out of
that's
diecast
nice.
metal.
Did they have more of those at Target?
They only had. This was the only Prime, and they had 2 Bumblebees. Those are the only 2 figures that they made like
Gotcha.
this.
Okay.
Oh.
Alrighty.
I have to step out for a sec.
That's cool. Soundjack, what'd you get this week?
I didn't get any Transformers, but I got some sleepless nights over this past weekend.
That's
one of
fun.
these nights. I mean, wait up. Whoops.
I'm trying to
I
think.
don't know why I couldn't sleep, but I had some terrible sleep this weekend.
But at least you can sleep now during the podcast. Or I mean, talk during the podcast.
Huh? What?
That just sounded like a pig not snoring. On my end, at least. It just sounded like you were a pig.
Soundcheck, where have you been hiding this?
What? Anyways,
He has a pig now, so where has he been hiding it?
Tanner,
Yeah,
you didn't get
hiding it,
anything,
I
did
told
you? The answer is no, he didn't. Me, because I have to save Miguel for last. I got Studio Series Ratchet, who I really like. He's nice. He's good. My hips are kind of like to pop out on him. They're not terrible, but like they don't stay in super. It's not very bad, but it is kind of annoying if I move in the wrong way while transforming. Um, I got the Wave 2 Prime Masters, courtesy of Zeus. Thank you, Zeus. I really
No
do
problem.
like those guys. They're neat.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, those are good ones.
although I actually got them courtesy of Zeus, although I didn't open the ones I got from you because I'm saving those for my friend because when we went out and hung out, me, Jared, and Tanner last time, Jared spotted I missed the Wave 2 Prime Masters at a Walmart. So I got them then because that was before you shipped the package. I was like, well, I told my friend that I would get him the Wave 2 Prime Masters anyway, so I'll just give him the two that are on the way to me in the mail, and I'll take these ones that are in front of me now. So,
That was convenient, I guess.
well,
Yep.
I didn't. That was after you had shipped the package. It just wasn't there yet. So I was like, well, I already
Alright.
told my friend that I'd get them. So it was literally just whether or not I opened those or the other ones. So I like them both.
Okay.
They're neat. What's the aquatic one?
Submarauder.
Yeah,
Optimus
my
Prime.
mind was blanking. Yeah, the Submarauder decoy suit is pretty neat. Not gonna lie, I really like him because it's not just a
Yeah.
redeco; it's a new mold. So he wins Wave 2 Prime Master battle. And then
I think he's my favorite of all the Prime Masters, actually.
I don't know. I do like Metal Hawk a lot, but
Metal Hawk's good, and I actually like Landmine a lot.
I
Am I
like
the only
Landmine
one
too.
who actually calls them by the Prime's names?
Well, I'm talking about the decoy suit, not the Prime inside.
That's fair. That is fair. That is their name. But I still, for whatever reason, think of them as the Prime
Well,
first.
That's the little guy.
Okay, I think Zeus just disappeared. He has a habit of disappearing.
How
He's a
they're
magical being.
advertised. It's Alpha Landmine.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
you disappeared for a little bit. You just do that.
Oh,
You're magical,
yeah. I
remember?
Well, like-
sometimes.
But
didn't
I
notice.
think what Zeus was saying was like, but the little people inside are the Primes, and the suits themselves are the original Pretender characters.
Correct.
But does
What I
that
was
mean
saying
suits
was
have their
that
own
was like-
sentience? Because I've always just assumed that the suits those were just like the name, like the style of suit, like different planes, like one's an F-22 Raptor, and that like
I don't know, because it does specifically
to-
address the primes as
step
their
on
own
your-
beings, and then the suits are Autobot or Decepticon name.
Not to step on your point here, but what I was actually saying was they're advertised as like Alpha Trion with Landmine. So
Yeah.
that would probably be why you think of the Primes first.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, but I know like a lot of older people that grew up with this would still call them the Pretender first, rather than the Prime.
Yeah.
I call them each what they are, so I'm right.
You're fair.
But oh, thank you. I am fair. But anyways,
Eh.
Eric, I'm sorry. I'm gonna drop out. I'm just really not feeling good. I apologize.
that's okay.
Bye,
Absolutely.
Bayonara, everyone. Take care.
Okay. And last but not least, I got whatchamacallit? I got Jaeger Bisk, or also known as Saber Athena, but really it's just the Bisk Jaeger. Just saying, and it's really awesome.
I also helped with that one.
I'm not convinced.
What do you mean you're not convinced? They're the same color.
But they don't. But the Jaeger Biscuit, but the Saber Athena doesn't have giant claws for hands.
Do you have the Saber
Also-
Athena figure?
Matey claws.
No, but you showed
You
me.
don't have the Saber Athena figure. That's what I thought. So therefore, it is Bisk Jaeger, and even if you got it, it's still Bisk Jaeger.
Quick question. If we're going by them being the same color, does that make an orange the bisque fruit?
You're asking too deep of questions.
That
will
was
Is
the
ever
episode
Go into
title.
another sandwich debate.
I will reflect and meditate on this and let you know next week.
Is
This
anything
is
that's
the episode
orange?
title.
So Eric, wait, who's it on Radio Free Cybertron that wears that bright orange shirt all the time?
XV.
That's XV.
XP. So is XB's shirt just the Bisk shirt?
Or is
I don't
he
think he
Bisk?
would agree to it, but I would say that it is. And I would have to disagree, Miguel. I think
Miguel-
that lobster is a fruit of the sea. He said lobster isn't a
So-
fruit in our chat. I'm just saying.
So wait, what should the title be though? The title I think should either be is orange the bisque fruit or lobster is not a fruit. One of those has to be the
Is
title.
lobster a fruit?
Bisk is the new orange, or orange is the new bisque.
A fruit hot dog?
I mean, they make those.
Does
They're
that,
the little
does that
dummy
make
hot dogs.
orange creamsicle? Does that make that the bisque-sicle?
Bisk ice cream.
No, because orange creamsicle would be a bisque creamsicle. Okay, this is just weird. Miguel, what did you get this week?
Wait, was Nickelodeon Bisk the whole time?
You didn't know it, but yes.
Oh gosh. Since I've been gone for a couple of episodes, I've amassed quite a haul. What was the first thing? I had a bunch of stuff coming into BBTS and finally shipped it out. So I also ended up with the Wave 2 Prime Masters. Submarauder and Landmine are really good. I call them by their decoy suit names. I don't care what strange lore they're trying to inject into the toy line.
Sound Jack.
I was
That
gonna say,
was
take
directed
that,
at
Sound
you.
Jack.
I
Miguel's
got
coming after
distracted.
you.
I missed that.
It'd be neat if they actually had some gimmick beyond plug them into the toys and then use your imagination.
Stick it in its arm. What's that? You want it to do something? Shut up. Use your mind powers.
Although it is at least cool that potentially we'll have every Prime represented in some way, shape, or form as a toy.
Even if they're
Even
a
if it's-
centimeter tall.
Yeah, and it's kind of a
They're
weak
about a
concept.
centimeter tall.
But yeah, got them. They're really cool. Also got the
Just short of 2 inches.
all right. Also got in the Wave 2 Deluxes, so I finally have all of my Dinobots. I've yet to combine them into Volcanicus. I don't know if I'm going to, given that I don't want to run the risk of even slightly stressing any of the clear plastic bits by putting them together.
None of the clear plastic bits are in the areas where they would be integral to a combining part, though.
The big
I think
chest.
there's some, what is it? Grimlock's whole chest assembly is clear plastic, and that kind of scares me.
Well, the way I do it is I use the Chrome Tyranno method where you put the Creo piece in the arms, and that helps hold it together, so I'm not super worried about that plastic giving out.
Even then, I'm not as much as it seemed like a cool idea at
I was
first.
gonna say, he doesn't care, does he?
Well, no, it's like once I got them in hand, I'm like, I don't really need to combine them. What else was in that box? I think the only other thing that was in that box was, which was a small thing, the upgrade set that KFC did for Masterpiece Starsaber for the longer chrome blade and upgrades for all his joints. I haven't done anything with that yet. I just have it. I'll probably install those at some point. And then was that from? Yeah, that was it from them. Also, actually, no, wait. I forgot. There's a bunch of more Wave 2 deluxes. There's Ripper Snapper. Yeah. So the first of the Terracons. He's really cool. Although I also got the Wave 3 Terracons in, and Blot is a much nicer version of that mold. Blot just even if you don't, for whatever reason, you don't want to get all the Terracons, if you could, or at the very least, get Blot, because he's just a perfect deluxe.
That sweaty nose goblin.
Every Blot toy is perfect.
He's a nose monster.
Sinner Twins pretty all right. I think I like him more than Snarl because they're the same mold,
base
but
mold, yeah.
Cindertwin just does a bit more that he wins out.
Also, he doesn't have
Cutthroat.
complex legs made from gold plastic, which from soft rubbery gold plastic.
Whose
Which
legs?
the back panels on Snarl's legs are gold,
Oh yeah, those are all made of gold plastic. Those scare me.
and they're rubbery. Yeah, I'm terrified.
Yeah, the Dinobots in general just scare me. Then I also
the reason I'm afraid of that one is because every time I try to open it up, the only place I can get decent leverage is from his head.
Mhm.
Because like the gold plastic doesn't worry me because it doesn't look like it's the same kind of gold plastic they used in the 90s.
No, yeah, it doesn't look like it, but
It looks
it
like
still
it's
gives
made
me
to last
concerns.
longer.
It still gives me grand concerns.
I think it'll be fine. I'm just worried about those head halves snapping off every time I try to transform it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
What else did you get, Miguel?
black. Well, I through various circumstances, I ended up with 2 black wings. I need to get rid of one of them. The one that I have on my shelf. They're both fine. The one I put one on my shelf, and he's the one I messed with. He's good. I haven't combined him and Dreadwind yet. I need to do that at some point. Cutthroat is the one that caused me a bunch of concerns because I got one with its arm misassembled.
Oh.
Oh
He
yeah,
has-
Oh boy.
He has 2 left biceps. So the way that they was installed, the hollow bits that are on that when you have it posed correctly would go in the back. One of them was facing forward. I only noticed this after. I probably would have noticed this if I looked in the package, but I didn't. I opened it and everything, and the next day I saw it. I was like, wait a minute. And in the end, I was successful in using a soldering iron to take out the pin and just flip it around and everything. So it's a short-term solution. There's also some other strange just QC issues on mine. So I would like to find one in store and then just pick that one up and then figure out what to do with this one
You should contact Hasbro.
I mean, I could. I mean, I guess
They'll send you a free deluxe.
Right. I think potentially I'll contact them after I've secured one so that whatever luck of the draw, if I end up with another Cutthroat, sweet, I have a Cutthroat that I can just get rid of. If not, and they send me some random deluxe, hopefully it's something that's worth it. They send me another Blah. If they send me another Blah, I'd be fine.
maybe they'll send you a Jazz with better tampographs.
Oh well, with better temper graphs?
A Jazz.
I mean, I have Jazz too. I just didn't open him.
They fixed with the running change, yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 Jazzes now.
You guys just say you have the running change Jazz now.
No, I have the running change Jazz because when the Chosen Prime put up the 3-pack, just the 3.
The wave.
Yeah, I had ended up getting the wave because I missed when they were just selling the 3 of them. So for $10 more, it was with Jazz. I'm like, whatever. I want the Terracons now. Realize probably would have been better waiting because I probably wouldn't have ended up with ones with at least a Cutthroat with Jank QC. And then there was one day that I was in New York City and I saw that I think it was Ben from BWTF.com said, or at least shared the story that someone had found Cindersaur and Outback in Midtown Comics in Manhattan. So I stopped by there while I was in the city for an interview, and I found them. So I picked them up. They were retail, so it wasn't bad at all. Cindersaur is really nice. I like the colors that the toy has, and then Outback's Brawn, but with a new head.
Which is still a good toy.
No, it's perfect. It's a great toy. I love the Brawn mold.
I still think Brawn is one of the best legends from Titans Returns. So,
what was that sound, Jack?
I'm surprised Outback didn't get his gun.
I'm not surprised because Legends class don't have guns anymore.
Yeah.
Was he
That's
supposed to
wrong.
get a gun?
One figure with an accessory. And I
I'm
was like,
confused.
they could put
Yeah,
that
but it's
into-
used for the vehicle mode, is why they
Back
wouldn't
of his
change it.
vehicle, though.
Yeah.
But
That's
there's
also
still a
why
back
sea
covering on the
spray- or
vehicle
not sea
mode, even if
spray,
you don't
yeah,
have
sea-
like the back of the vehicle mode is still complete, even if you don't have that on there.
Yeah.
Is
Not
Outback
as
supposed to have a
complete.
gun? I'm confused.
G1 Outback did. He was the only mini bot to have an accessory.
Oh. Well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Get on it, Dr. Wu and all you other people.
Well,
Nah,
it
Just
is apparently
shapeways would be
5
good.
millimeter post. So you can take, if you have the G1 Outback toy, you can take the gun and give it to the new Outback.
Because
I
5mm
guarantee you,
posts
in a
are
month,
the greatest
Non-F is
gimmick.
gonna have one.
They are.
Say TFU, Ant from TFU, he said this. I absolutely agree that 5mm ports are by far, not even debatable, the greatest gimmick in Transformers of all time.
Yes.
I was gonna say I don't even think that's up for debate really. The 5mm ports, everything being used that way. I think that is definitely the greatest thing ever. I'd have to back him up on that. But yeah, poor Outback with no gun. But at least he has his name.
Yeah, he
Also,
does,
I
which
really
is
wanna
very
call-
surprising.
Yeah, I know.
And
It's
his
weird.
accent.
I really want to call Cindersaur Cindysaur because it's since it's a female since Slash is a female character and it's based off that mold. I'm like, well, it could be a female version of Cindersaur named Cindysaur.
or it could just be a female version of Cindersaur named Cindersaur.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's true. Though apparently the bio cards are not sure. They've been coming with both she and he pronouns on different cards, but maybe Cindersaur is just gender fluid.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Maybe
I thought no one had. Well, I mean, I guess you have. Wait, Miguel, what does your card say?
I don't know. It's in the bag with all the rest of them.
Maybe
I
they
think
just need to
Miguel.
figure
So
specifically
much
the
help.
Triangle calls Cindersaur she, and the Micronus card calls Cindersaur he.
Huh.
My Cinder, I got my Cinder Sword card right here.
What does it say?
It says torches past events to reshape the future.
So no gender pronouns.
No,
That's
because
helpful.
this one's Vector Prime.
Interesting. Oh, what else did you get, Miguel? Because you still got more stuff. This is
Yeah,
why
I still have more things. A big haul. Last two things. I picked up Legends EX. Legends LGEX. Great Shot. The retool of Six Shot. It's all right. It's just it's Six Shot with a different head and different helmet, and then the
chest.
chest, and then a new what was it? The
Rhino
Jack,
head.
the Titan or Headmaster Titan Master guy who came with the US version of Six Shot, but with a different faceplate. Now there's a train.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I was like, is that a train?
Yeah, I live not too far from the train tracks.
I'm surprised we haven't heard that more.
Yeah,
I don't know what's happening tonight. My mother has turned on the washing machine, so that's going in the background. My dog might go off any minute. The train's here. Everyone's just out to party.
I'm in a whole other.
Boy, I love to party with Train, man. Train is such a cool dude, man. Oh man, he's a real fun guy.
Just ignore him. Anything he says.
Well,
Already
okay.
on it.
And
Ignore
last but not least, probably the most fun thing that I've picked up in a long while. There was as usual, a Flash eBay coupon, and I was trying to think, is there anything on eBay that might be worth it to apply the coupon to? And then I saw that TF Source had put up something on their eBay page that had just come out, and I was like, ooh, with the discount came out to even less than picking it up from their site. So I have Mastermind Creations Colossus. Colossus. I don't know how to pronounce
Colossus.
Colossus.
Yeah,
Thunderclash.
Yeah, they're slightly more than meets the eye inspired Thunderclash, who is a retool of their Koltor, which is their Tarn figure.
It's a good mold.
It's
I tried using
great.
that coupon.
Did it not work?
I tried using that coupon, but they would only let me use it for like certain stores because I wanted to use it to get that knockoff of the Diaclone set. I was going to use it for that, but they wouldn't
there's
let me
been
use
a
it for that
few coupons in the past few weeks. This was the first one that happened. Like, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks ago was when the coupon I'm talking about went up.
Oh, I was talking about the one from last weekend.
No, I didn't. No, this came. I've had Callistus for a while. But really, really good. Because I was debating whether or not to pick it up from a domestic retailer or pick it up from Planet Steel Express. Because if you pick it up, the PSX version comes with an additional gun, which I do think that along with the arm cannons, he does look nice holding a rifle. It's just the rifle that they gave him, from what I've heard, can't really fit in his hands all that well.
I'm pretty sure this is just me judging from the pictures. I don't have either figure, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's their MMC's their Deadlock, his rifle. It looks like it's the same thing, just cast in yellow plastic.
Yeah, I know yellowish orange. I know that it's people have been saying that it's an older mold that they just recast in different color. So it's not really intended for him. But it does look nice. Because I was really interested in the mold, and I was considering. I was debating whether or not to pick it up as Thunderclash or wait for the inevitable Machine Wars Optimus Prime color that's probably going to come out at like TFCon or something. Mm-hmm. But then I saw a digibash of what those colors will look like on the toy, and I was like, "Ew, that doesn't look good at all." So I then when I saw the coupon and then TF starts having it on their eBay page, I was like, "All right, cool," because I doubt Hasbro is gonna do Thunderclash anytime soon, and even then, it's probably not gonna look that good. And depending on what happens with the War for Cybertron trilogy, leaders at that point might be the size of deluxes.
Oof.
Or weigh as much as a deluxe. So I was like, oh, I'll pick it up, and it's great. I've heard some like mixed reports, people saying that he's a bit too thin or whatever, but I think he's great. Like he's huge, and he's kind of skinny, but like it just poses really well. Transformation's beautiful. The QC is one of those things where I haven't bought a really like high end third party figure in like I think ever, because with the few times I bought 30 party figures, it was in the beginning. So like I had Ants Project's Defender, which is horrible. It's got no heels. It can't stand. And Thunderclash, just like every little thing that I thought was, oh, there's a QC blemish here, it was like dust or lint. Like it just brushed off. So really, really happy with that. I definitely want to pay attention more to MMC stuff now, just because, and it still has to be something that's kind of like unique enough.
I
like,
recommend their Overlord.
I have both Titans Return and Legends Overlord. It's like even then, like having like even if I got current effects, I'm like, I already have 2 Overlords. I really don't need another Overlord, even though it's like different mold and I can have multiples of a singular character. If they ever retooled it,
Overlord, look at his lips.
I mean, if they ever, I mean, it's too late now. But if they had ever retooled it to be like a unique, like a different character, like a unique character, it's like, yeah, here's this other like Micromaster, but we've retooled him from Overlord. I kind of like those kinds of kooky retools and reuses of molds. One thing I might try to pick up is their what was it, Nitro? Their version, the retool of Calidus.
Yeah, as Cyber. Yeah.
As Cybertron Override, I might do that.
Get K-On! He turns into a chair.
I've heard enough stuff. Well, it's a combination of I don't want to go completionist on the DJD, and I've heard enough stuff about like just some iffy QC with some of them that I'm like, I could do without.
All right.
Don't have fun then.
I still want it. But if that's everything,
Yep,
let
that's
us move
everything.
on.
I'm done.
All right, so let's go. Oh, so first bit of news. I didn't put them in a particular order this week because
You forgot about
you didn't get anything.
Chronological.
Really?
No, you didn't.
Well, you're wrong. Yeah.
What do you think you got?
I got a DVD of Rarity, yes. I got the 20th anniversary edition DVD of the Transformers the movie from '86.
Oh, okay.
Okay, relevant.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, yes. That's cool.
Yes.
I mean, it's just kind of rare. I mean,
Is it?
decently.
I didn't think it was. But anyways. I mean, it still counts though, but it's a good movie. Well, no, actually, it's a terrible movie, but I like that movie.
Oh, dude, what are you talking about? The action is like,
Anyways, first news item was very interesting, kind of, not really. It is that CNBC reports that retailer Party City is taking steps to launch 50 Toy City pop-up stores here in the United States by September for the holidays, and it's due to, Toys R Us closing and stuff. And yeah, if you're getting excited thinking that Toy City is replacing Toys R Us, don't.
It's a pop-up store.
Yeah, as you say, it's a pop-up store, and there's only 50 of them. That's not that many at all.
Just like KB Toys is planning to
It's
do.
like one in every state.
Exactly. If they do one in every
And
state,
that's
which I highly
only if
doubt.
we count Alaska and Hawaii. Because I don't think they're going to put one in Alaska, and I'm not sure about Hawaii.
What do you have
Well,
against
let's
Alaska, man?
It's cold, and there aren't many
where my
people.
Anchorage people at represent.
I don't think we have any Alaska listeners. Although, actually, I don't see by the states. I could probably find it if I wanted, but we do have other countries, but not. I don't. Not that. No, I do
Where's
believe
my
not
Norwegian people at represent?
Alaska. But anyways, yeah, this is not a replacement by any means. And in all honesty, we have no idea what their store is going to be like. If it's even going to have, if it's going to be quality or just, crap. We don't know. So don't get too excited.
It might
It's
just
not
be
that many.
the little cheap toys they sell in normal Party Cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But-
gotta be more than that. It's probably like the KOs you can get at like Tuesday
Big
morning
Lots.
or something.
That would be
Big
cool.
Lots.
If we could get a bunch of KOs. But anyways, speaking of news that is actually exciting, we have Power of the Primes Blastoff. We have pictures of the packaging, which I gotta say, I really, really like the packaging of this. I don't know about you guys, but like, I really like this.
I did.
That's
Cool
a lot more
packaging.
interesting than the RC Grotesque ones from last year. They were
Yeah.
neat boxes.
You can actually
Like,
see the
inside was
figure,
neat. The outside was bland.
to say the least.
I was
Yeah.
going to say bland.
Wow, it's almost like you're the same person. Oh,
No,
wait.
Tanner and I are the same person.
Oh,
And
yeah.
apparently I'm the same person as
Yeah, we're
Jared.
both wearing faded gray shirts.
Oh yeah, by the way, if you weren't aware, Jared and Zeus are actually the same person. Or twins, either way, they're the same person.
So we've got two teams, and then there's you.
And
Who's-
Miguel.
who's-
Miguel's a person too, Tanner.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Miguel. I didn't see your picture. Oh man, I'm out.
He gets to be his own team with all the cool stuff he buys.
Yeah, really.
He's got his own small army.
Sorry, Miguel.
Don't we all? His is just way more expensive than ours.
Yeah.
I've got the smallest army then, because I didn't start seriously collecting until 2016.
When did I start serious collecting? Anyways, that's a question for another week. But
Yeah.
yeah, seeing this packaging has me very excited. We're
Jared,
pretty
with-
sure that now there is a pre-order for it at Robot Kingdom, which it says it's shipping in July. we're thinking this is an Amazon exclusive, right?
That's
What
what
about
we've been
San
thinking
Diego
for
Comic-Con?
all of them.
Wait, what?
What about San Diego Comic-Con?
This doesn't look like that packaging though. That's what makes me think that it might not. Oh, wait. You mean? Well, I was thinking because of what they've done for past conventions.
But thinking
Maybe,
of what
but
they've
they
done
they
for
they
these
never
past-
do a single figure unless it's like bigger. You know what I'm saying? They've never done just a deluxe. That'd be weird.
I really still think
But
that the Titan
they
class
did
is
that
going to be a Predaking.
for HasCon and New York Comic Con. So who's to say that it was
San
released?
Diego is a
via-
different game.
Yeah,
on-
but yeah, HasCon is significantly smaller, and as popular as New York Comic Con is, it's still pretty much just
I
an
was gonna
also
say
run.
neither of them have anything on SDCC. In
Yeah.
terms of Transformers news, yes, but in terms of actual people and like who's buying the exclusive, not even close.
Okay.
So I would guess not. Plus, I'm pretty sure it's already been hinted at that this is getting like a retail release, somewhat. You know, it could be exclusive.
But
But
again, RC and Grotesque did.
well, yeah, but I'm thinking that Punch / Counterpunch or Repugnus could be SDCC if that. But see, I don't know if they're gonna do a surprise for SDCC because like I don't know. Although, when do we normally have the SDCC stuff exclusive? The SDCC exclusives revealed to us. Like when was Fort Max and all of those revealed before?
Like the week of, I want to say.
Maybe yeah, like a week or two beforehand. I'm just curious on when we'll find out.
There was messiness. Wait, hold on.
The other
No,
thing
I'm
is,
confusing myself. I was thinking about the Triptychon accidental leak for the toy fair. I was confusing myself.
I don't know if we've already mentioned this because I had to step out for a second, but there was an Amazon listing at one point for the Blastoff.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought that we were like thinking that this is probably Amazon, but we don't know. But
Well, I
Okay.
think that just because they've also announced, or not announced, but we've also seen Amazon listings for the two other exclusives
oh yeah.
from the Prime Wars Victory Lap.
Oh,
that
plus in all
they're all going to
fairness,
be Amazon exclusives.
plus I was gonna say plus in all fairness, the retail option for Grotesque and RC after they sold as surprise exclusives was Toys R Us, which is no longer an option. So I do think that I guess it is somewhat valid to say that like Amazon could be the secondary retail release for these, whereas an exclusive release could be the first. But I don't know. The packaging just makes me think, and the fact that it's small makes me think that it's not a surprise SDCC. But we'll see. Only time will tell. I really
Yeah,
hope
I
that they
mean-
do a Chrome and Sword, including Predaking for SDCC this year. But we'll see. I don't know.
I mean, if they released Blastoff at SDCC, it would be the only time I actually like really cared about an SDCC exclusive. To be fair,
Hmm.
the Chrome stuff, better paint, extra accessory doesn't entice me enough to care too much.
Hmm.
First, and again, it may not necessarily be an SDCC exclusive proper. It's just when they decide to first release it is at the convention, because it also gets a shared release on the Hasbro toy shop for the RC and Grotesque.
Yeah.
What was okay? Just because I can't remember right now, what was the SDCC exclusive last year?
Primitive Prime, the black
Right.
skateboarding Power Master Prime. Was
Okay.
there another one?
There was the Optimus.
Oh, the Optimus with maybe a
With
chunk
the
of
tire.
tire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
Which I
yeah,
have
maybe.
the Primitive Prime.
Chunk of tire. I forgot about that.
it's Schrodinger's chunk of tire.
It's there if you never open it. But
Hey,
I
may not get a tire.
You
What?
never open it, and
You
you'll
just-
never know.
yeah, I don't know. I'm genuinely interested in what SDCC will have in terms of exclusives. I mean, like with reveals, I'm pretty sure we can expect the War for Cybertron. Like we will
Yeah.
see the first wave, I bet, or some of
Yes.
the first wave. But in terms of like, I'm really just curious of like, what the heck are the exclusives going to be, and is there going to be a surprise exclusive?
I
Because
just want to know what the new Micromasters are going to be. How much
I want to
longer
know
until
what the
SDCC
battle
again?
map.
SDCC is July. Do we know what's the date in July?
The 20 something. I checked it the other day because because I was saying the other day that it was probably Amazon, and the Miguel pointed out maybe San Diego Comic Con.
Okay, it's the 19th to the 22nd of July, or the next month. So that'll be literally right before I leave for another week where I'm gone without internet. So I will get to see all the SDCC news before I go. Good. I would go insane because there's already going to be a movie. Just quick side note, by Bo Burnham is directing it. That's why I'm so excited to see it. It's called 8th Grade, and it comes out on my birthday, and I can't see it. It's the most heartbreaking thing because Bo Burnham is like my favorite person in the world, and I was so excited for this movie. Find out it comes out on my birthday, and I'm like, that is amazing, and I can't see it on my birthday.
Oh,
The one thing I would want. But anyways, that's just my little sad story for everyone. There you go. Eric can't have a happy birthday. All right.
Dude, just imagine what it's like with my birthday.
No. Anyways,
It's not fun.
just shut up. But anyways, so the next thing we have is actually a little bit of third-party news. I'm just curious because have we talked about this on the show?
we talked about this last week.
Oh, we did talk about this. Okay.
Well, not this specific article. There were
But about
There
the
were-
fact that there is a third-party Masterpiece Prime coming.
yes, we talked about it in conjunction with
The new one.
With the images we had from the Tokyo Toy Show.
Yeah, of the new one. Yeah.
The Masterpiece third-party prototype images.
Yeah.
The only ones that they had last time we were talking about it were robot mode images, but this one looks like it has vehicle mode images as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about it? What did you guys say? What did you guys come to a conclusion of? Like, which do you like better? Do you guys have a clear consensus or no? I think, honestly, my opinion is that both are completely unnecessary. But,
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I've not
Yeah,
seen
it's
the
just
third-party
kinda-
one, so
in all honesty, the third-party one has better pictures, but, like, then
Yeah.
we don't have any good pictures of the new Masterpiece one. So, like, right now, I might give a slight edge to the third-party one, but in all honesty, I just don't care about either.
Yeah.
If they do
Yeah.
a 7-Eleven Magnus out of either of them, then I'll care. Then I'll care real bad. But until then, I do not care.
the only thing I've noticed of any substantial difference between the two versions is that the third-party one doesn't go out of its way to give Optimus cartoon-accurate chest windows that don't have the windshield wipers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
We've gone in
Car-
depth
cartoon
on a lot
accurate-
Oh, I
of
did.
this
getting
episode.
annoying.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
yeah, this looks
Like, cartoon
fine. I
accuracy
just don't
is
care because
cool,
it's another
extent.
Masterpiece Prime.
Yep, with you. What were you saying, Soundjack?
I gotta say, cartoon accuracy is great to a point, but when you have to completely turn a toy inside out to get screen accuracy or cartoon accuracy,
Dinobot.
On an engineering level, I think that's kind of cool, but
Engineering, yes.
definitely
I
unnecessary.
mean, for something like Peru Kill,
Yeah.
fine because
I know
you
what.
barely see any solid chunks of the alt mode on the robot mode anyway.
Well, plus they kept it simple. It's actually fun.
Yeah. This to what they're doing, Takara Tomi's doing with version 3 Optimus Prime, that it's getting unnecessary.
Well, I mean, we have yet to see what the transformations are like. But yeah, in all honesty, its existence is unnecessary. Just putting that out there. Doesn't mean it won't. Doesn't mean it'll be a bad toy whatsoever, or that you can't
No,
buy it.
I'm-
Totally, go for it if you want it. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it doesn't need to exist.
I definitely understand why it exists because there is a bit of a new direction with the style, with the Masterpiece style. But again, the turning it inside out to get from screen accuracy for perfect screen accuracy things is...
Which I feel like we need to wait to see how it transforms before we judge it on that, because if it transforms like Peru Kill, then that's totally fine, because that's an easy, simple, and fun transformation that does that, but in all honesty, I kind of highly doubt that's how it's going to go.
I'll be very impressed Certainly. I'm certain I'll be very impressed. But still.
Yeah, it's just its existence is unnecessary.
Mhm.
Next thing is Toys R Us is closing all of its stores in Australia, which is not really a shocker because I forget what figure it was. It was one of the Masterpiece figures that the people were pre-ordering. That
Shadow.
All right. But anyways, so yeah, the Toys R Us in Australia, they started refunding. Well, no, they refused to refund Masterpiece Shadow Panther pre-orders. Although it seemed
because
like it
they
was
couldn't
pretty,
afford it.
yeah, 'cause it seemed like it was pretty easy to actually get your money back if you wanted. But
Just file a suit.
yeah.
Or
But
whatever it
anyway, so
was.
it's not a there's just that was a different week, but it's not that surprising after that to know that yeah, Toys R Us is closing off all of its Australia uh, stores. That makes sense after
Yeah.
that news. So I
Mel
don't think it's a real
Gibson
big
is not
shock.
happy.
I mean, it's not good news. It's sad, but not surprising whatsoever. And then the last bit of news that we have is, oh my gosh, this is okay. I'm curious how you guys feel about this. The Star Trek versus Transformers.
I am here for this. This is going to be wild, weird adventures in a 4-issue miniseries. I just want to see what happens,
I
man.
hate this. I hate
So wait,
crossovers.
What role will Leonard Nimoy play?
That's not even funny, man.
He could
That's
be
not
both.
cool.
It's a comic.
Like, to give you credit, yes, crossovers can be really weird and really strange. However, if it's
But at the
something
same
like
time,
this, that's going to be a very exclusive miniseries. That's kind of like a one-off thing. It's just kind of like one of those what if scenarios.
Nope, I still hate them. I don't like thinking about it.
crossovers can be bad, but at the same time, there's a crossover comic between the Looney Tunes and DC superheroes, and it's the funniest thing I've read ever, and I love it.
So,
I'm also
Eric,
not
I
a
have
big
question
Star
for you.
Trek fan, actually. So there's that. But
I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, but I'm okay with this. I'm not going to read it. It's just something that exists, and I'm fine with its existence.
I enjoy my Star Trek. I never saw the animated series, which this is the Star Trek they're taking from.
yeah,
But I may I may pick it up. I may pick it up just for the lulz.
The only Star
Laugh.
Treks I've seen are the new Star Treks with Chris Pine.
Yes, you gotta watch some original stuff, man.
huh.
The idea
I
of
don't
William
wanna see
Shatner
politics
fighting
in
Optimus
space.
is
I
amusing.
barely want to see politics on Earth.
Part of me wants to see how it works out, but part of me just like this. Crossovers really make my head hurt, and I hate them. So
Oh,
probably
letting
not.
you guys know now, my phone's on low battery, so if I disappear soon, that's why.
But he's still
Okay.
here in spirit. That's what matters. But yeah.
I mean,
So you can let us
what
know what your thoughts are on the Star Trek versus Transformers series, because I don't know. I just
also one
Sorry.
thing to give this series credit: John Barber will be writing.
that doesn't okay. So even if it's a good story, I still don't like it for existing right now. I don't doubt that it could be good, but I do not like it. They really I don't like them. They make my head
I-
hurt so much.
Eric, think of the possibilities. Bisk v Klingon.
But I
I
don't.
mean, I'm fine with justifying it as just an alternate universe that doesn't have to do anything with other canon.
I mean that's what it is, but it's just I don't know. You know those people that don't like their food touching? Like I'm not one of those people, but I guess with like properties that I like, I am one of those people. I don't want my Transformers touching my Star Wars or my Star Trek or my Marvel.
So how did you feel about like when Hasbro decided to put everything into the Transformers IDW universe?
I don't know, because that wasn't really a crossover. Everyone was just kind of there for because Transformers was doing good, but it's still I didn't like it as much, but it's still kind of it was okay. But that's probably the farthest I would go to being okay with it, if you know what I mean. Like when it's different
Because you
properties that
prefer-
are not related whatsoever crossover, then I hate it.
what
So
you're
how do you
saying
feel
is
about the
you'd
hot
prefer
dog
to have a-
sandwich debate?
We're not getting into that.
Eric, so what you're saying is you'd prefer to have a stew than to have Thai food and a cheeseburger on the same plate.
What? I don't know. Are the Thai food and the cheeseburger touching each other?
Well, in this metaphor, the plate is the crossover comic.
I'm so
We're
confused.
we're getting so far.
Anyways, yeah, tweet at us and let us know how you feel about this miniseries. I am pretty sure that my opinion is vastly unpopular on this because everyone seems pretty excited from what I've seen so far on the internet. But
And also, tweet
just
me
don't
your
like it.
opinion about stew. I want to know what you guys think, what your favorite stew is. I'm really hungry right now. I don't know if you can tell.
Zeus stew. It's my favorite stew. It's delicious.
Stop cooking my arms.
Better. Do you know what stew is better than Zeus stew?
What?
Bisk stew.
No!
Yes!
Banished forever. Anyways.
Oh no, he's dead. Oh wait.
So for pretty pre-orders, Jared, do
You
you have the
actually
show notes
kicked
or
me.
no?
You actually kicked me.
I did. But
I
you're back
deserve-
now, so it's okay. Yeah, I was gonna say you deserved it, so it's okay. Jared, do you have the show notes? I know they're acting weird for you, or no? Jared, did you mute yourself again?
Allow me to take over.
Jared, come on,
I'm
man.
Jared.
What?
Oh, never
What?
mind.
Did you
Candace,
mute
don't
What'd I
steal
do?
this from
again?
me.
What did I
I'm
do
Jared.
now? No, why? What? What did I do?
You muted yourself? Why weren't you
No.
talking?
What?
We were all just talking to you, and you said nothing.
Really? My Skype
Yes.
must be acting weird or something because I swear I
Did you hear us?
What? barely.
So he's not paying
How about
attention.
now?
There we go.
No,
Jared didn't
You
mute
may
himself.
want to increase the volume on your speaker.
He's just not listening. I see.
No, I think it's just my internet's being trash again.
It's okay, Jared. We can blame all of our problems on the internet. I know. Do you have the show notes or no?
No, I don't.
Okay, then I will do Pretty Pre-Order. Pretty Pre-Order this week is something that I do not recommend actually pre-ordering for this price, but it's just here because it's interesting that it's available. Is that TF Source has up for pre-order Power of the Primes Deluxe Class Wreck-Gar. It's $35. So yeah, it's an exclusive, so like I understand why, because they're going to have to buy it at its actual price, so that's the markup, so they actually still make a profit. But yeah, that's not my problem. I don't want to buy it from them. I'll gladly wait for Walgreens to get it, which I believe it said that it will be released in September-ish, but Walgreens can also take longer to filter out, so it could be later. But either way,
Yeah.
later this year, you'll get a Wreck-Gar. Don't worry.
That means I'll get it in December, and in March there will be 8 of them shelf loading.
Pretty much. That's how Walgreens works with their exclusives. But hey,
Yes.
at least you know you'll get it. Like that's like Walgreens. I feel like their Transformers exclusives, they take forever to come out, but they do come out. It's not like you never find them. So
Yeah.
I remember the first time I found Brainstorm, and that was nice.
When I found Brainstorm, I found 6 of them.
6.
I do
Wow.
think I've heard a couple of people having problems finding them at their Walgreens, but I think that's a handful of Walgreens rather than the majority.
Yeah, say majority are fine with it.
Hey Hasbro,
It's
if
sad
you're
when-
listening, I've got an idea for you that I really think you should exploit.
Don't
Okay,
worry, they're
this
not.
Panera Bread exclusive.
Okay, Tanner's done speaking forever. Anyways,
I think it's kind of sad, actually, that distribution at a pharmacy is better for Transformers right now than...
Well,
not
I've
wrong.
been hearing speculation / rumoring that the reason why the distribution is currently so bad is because people are waiting for Toys R Us to go out of business fully.
I mean, I thought they when are they? I thought they did.
End of the month. End of the month is going to be the final closing days for the rest of the Toys R Us's that are still open. Several of them
This
have
Friday.
closed.
This Friday is
Wait,
the
this
official.
Friday?
I just got to miss the
The
final 4
Friday
days.
at the time of this recording is the official final day of that any Toys R Us's will be that are still open by then will be closing.
So Tanner and Jared, do we think is the cranberry one still open or no?
I don't think. But actually, wait. You guys want to hear some trivia about the one-off of McKnight?
It's not there anymore.
No.
Well, no. In the parking lot, I saw a microwave.
There's a microwave at the old Toys R Us.
It's just there.
It was one of the Toys R Us. So he's talking about one of the Toys R Us's that closed before they announced they were bankrupt, like the initial wave. Well, I guess was that after they announced it? Either way, it was before they announced they were closing all of them. One of the initial stores. So it's been a bit. Yeah, I was gonna say there's been nothing there for a while. There was just a microwave there.
There's just this microwave.
That's just sad. I wonder if the microwave works.
We should go next time we're all out live stream microwave recovery.
It's a rescue mission. That could be a transformer for all we know.
No, you have to leave the microwave there. What you do is you get a bunch of extension cords.
Yeah,
I know. I was just
find
gonna say, I was
out.
like, we need to test
our mission is to deliver the portable generator and test this microwave.
Revive the microwave. It can do this.
No, you need
the
a bunch
Matrix.
You need a bunch of extension cords, some jumper cables, and like Eric's car.
Yes.
And a hot.
Oh gosh, this can only go badly.
The ultimate cuisine: Toys R Us parking lot used microwave hot pockets.
Wow.
There's not a single word in that sentence that didn't make me depressed.
I'm also with you.
Did you say impressed or depressed?
Depressed.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say depressed for sure.
I can see it now. Oh, it's gonna be great.
All right.
Fun fact, the Toys R Us that's by me is the same one that my dad went to when he was a kid.
Yeah, but does it have a microwave?
No, but one of the people who worked
Weak.
there drove a Camaro that looked like Bumblebee.
Huh. But Bumblebee is a bug.
But I mean,
I know
a
what you
Bumblebee.
mean. But anyways, moving on to the question of the week. Since Chris had to bow out, we have a question. I'll read it from TFU. Well, it's tfu.info Ant from there, but at TFU_info, all caps, on Twitter. And it is, as younger fans, what is the oldest figure you'd really like to have in your collection and why? For me, it's pretty easy. I have the majority of... I like certain G1 toys, but I really don't need that many. Like, if I ever found them in a garage sale or, like, stuff like that, yeah, for sure I'll get them because I like them. But to go out of my way and shop for them, I don't need them that bad. The oldest one I have right now is Shockwave, which is Red Diaclone Sideswipe older than Shockwave or no?
They're similar time period, but I think Shockwave beats him out.
Does he?
Well, what?
Because in the
Galactic
late
Man.
70s, he was Astro Magnum. So.
What did I'm assuming the Galactic Man came after that mold was used in Japan, by whatever company designed it, right?
I would think so. It was released in 1985, I believe. No, not 1885. 80. I don't know. I can't remember.
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that anything Diaclone's older.
Probably. Yeah, they probably got it later.
I'm trying to check the wiki. I'm sure Anthony will inform us.
For sure.
Okay.
And
Right
even then,
now-
Galactic Man doesn't really count.
Well, it says he just said the oldest figure you would want in your collection, not the oldest Transformer.
Oh, well, then you could go like a Mickey from like the 50s or something.
Well, I mean, I could, but I'm trying to stay relevant.
Now I want a Mickey from the 50s.
Why?
You know what? No, I want an Oswald.
But
everyone always
why?
forgets about Oswald.
Okay. So, 1983, Toyco released 4 changeable Astro Magnum to the Japanese market, followed by a second version released in a different box and packaged in robot mode. So the Astra Magnum was released in 1983, I believe, alongside, which would be the same year as the Diaclone stuff. But the Galactic Man Shockwave was released in 1985 alongside the regular Shockwave, from what I quickly gathered from the wiki.
Okay. So yes, the oldest. So to answer the question, the oldest figure I would want is Diaclone Sunstreaker, the red Sunstreaker, the original. The only reason is just for the novelty of having the first intended Transformer figure. That's the only thing.
Okay,
But in general, I don't care for older figures all that much. There are certain ones like Lio Kaiser I'd love. I'm trying to think of ones I don't have that I want. Overlord's one I'd like, but in general, I have the majority of ones I would want, which still isn't that many.
Mhm.
I'm just going to cut in real quick here because I'm worried about my phone dying before I answer the question. Right now, the oldest figure I would want, since I already have a G1 Megatron, would probably be the G1 Star Saber.
That's a good toy. Yeah, that would be cool to have.
That or the original. Wow, I can't think of the word. I can't think of words today. The original Super Genrai.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Like, I don't care about the ones that came out in the U.S. Those are all just whatever. But I want the weird ones, the weird Japanese ones with all the fun gimmicks.
Mm-hmm. Jared, what is the oldest figure you would want in your collection?
Like you, Eric, I kind of already have like the majority of the old figures that I want, like my G1 Soundwave that I have.
So you're gonna sell me that, right?
No, that thing is never leaving my possession.
So I'm gonna take it from you.
We could just go on eBay and get one, man. It's not that hard.
No, I mean that one only cost me like
fun.
They're still expensive.
that G1 Soundwave I got. It came with everything, and it was only like $40. So
Yeah, but all I have to do to get yours is go through you.
I think Jared is worth more than $40. But anyways.
No, I do too. It's just what's behind him.
anyways, the figure that comes to mind right now for me would be any of the G1/Diaclone side swipe molds, because
Oh, I thought.
Wait,
Sorry, I thought of another
Sideswipe
one.
or Sunstreaker?
any of them, like any of that type of a mold.
Well, they're not the same mold. That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
I'm
Sorry
saying
to
that.
cut in again, but I thought of another one. The Micromaster Combiners.
Those are cool.
Oh yeah, those.
I
Yeah,
just
I
want all
keep seeing.
Masters. I just want to get Micromasters, guys. They're like
I just
they're
keep
mini.
seeing.
They're basically
the-
mini. I love the mini things.
Yep.
I keep seeing those pictures that Maz puts up, and they look so good.
Mm-hmm. So is that your answer, Soundjack?
That's not my exclusive answer, but let Jared finish and then I'll go into my answer.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's either between like G1 Sunstreaker, G1 Sideswipe, or their Diaclone counterparts. Those would be my choice.
Gotcha. Soundjack.
Okay, so you do bring up a very good point that like it'd be very nice to have the Diaclone Red Sunstreaker because that's like the first Transformer basically,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and for like supreme novelty points. But for something I'd be more like devoted to and like yes I have this is grand would be G1 Soundwave because gosh darn I don't have also G1 Wheeljack.
You don't have either.
I don't have either.
That's sad.
My only
You're literally
G1
Soundjack.
Okay,
My only G1
but to
toys
be
right
fair,
now are
I did not get any G1 figures that weren't a reissue until last year.
The only
My
G1
only
toys I
G1
have
toys
are
are like a-
Magnus, Six Shot, and then Shockwave, who isn't exactly G1. I
The only-
want to say there's an
the ones
Abominus.
I've got
that's it.
are a reissue Brawn that was a The only ones I have are a reissue Brawn that was a keychain and G1 Megatron.
Like, I do have a few G1 toys. I've got Perceptor, I've got Blaster, I've got Rewind Ramhorn, Sea Spray Warpath, Outback, Piranacon, but that's the reissue from a very interesting story. Oh, I forgot I did get the jump starters, but those were very cheap and I got them and they're very broken down. But still, I would still very much want Soundwave and Wheeljack, definitely. But the Micromaster dudes, I also would want all of them because they're small, they're fun, they're characters that don't get a lot of love. And if I had to pick a team to get, well, it'd be two different teams. It'd either be I forget what the patrol names actually are, but the team with Swindler, who is the DeLorean, or the team with Big Shot, just because I cannot not think of the Billy Joel song. Whenever I think
I want Six Train.
So just looking right now, the cheapest I can find a red Diaclone Sunstreaker is $200 for one that isn't broken.
That's
yeah,
not bad.
I didn't think he'd be cheap.
I didn't think he'd be cheap either. I that's actually around what I was expecting. I wasn't sure, but
a couple weeks ago, I got into a bidding war with the G1 red sideswipe that ended up or Sunstreaker or whatever, that started out at $2 and ended at like $150. So yeah.
But yeah, so if anyone can find one cheaper than $200, let me know, because that is something that I would like to have as like sort of a centerpiece of my collection. Like, that would actually mean a lot to me personally, just to have that.
Though, I want to note one thing, especially with like Soundwave and Wheeljack, who have a lot of bits to them.
Uh-huh.
I would definitely much prefer to buy them in person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Just
the spoilers for Wheeljack are like insane, and the back, the things that stick up from his back, they are insane as well.
Oh wait, Miguel.
Oh wow, my phone is about to die.
Miguel, what is yours?
I've been trying to think, and honestly, the only thing I can think of is probably just straight up a G1 Optimus Prime. Not even like a vintage, like from the 80s, like any, maybe even like the book style commemorative version from the early 2000s, because I think that I remember off the top of my head
I'm
right.
gonna have to head out.
That's cool. See ya, Zeus.
Jesus.
Those book style ones, the Optimus at the very least is the last reissue I can think of that was actually good, because there was like the Universe one from 2008 that was like pink.
That's weird.
I remember seeing it in stores and I didn't like how it looked, and it was also expensive. So I was like, nah, I'll do better by picking up a different one. But honestly, that's really, like, as much as I think with a lot of Generation 1 molds, I'm much more of the mindset of I would like to experience them, but I don't necessarily need to own them.
Yes.
Like, I would definitely, if I could have the opportunity to mess with them at, like, say, a convention or something, I definitely would. But as far as like, there's no nostalgia there for me personally, and even
I was gonna say, it's like everyone in the Transformers collectors community that is older, they all have a very strong nostalgia for it, so they all want the toys. Meanwhile, like, I respect them, but I don't want nearly all of them. Like,
right, like for me, the equivalent would be as far back as Beast Wars, and then it's one of those things where I was thinking of, like, oh, what stuff from Beast Wars would I want? But I'm like, I have most of the stuff that I would want, and if I don't have it, it's just a matter of picking it up. Or some of my collecting sensibilities with that stuff has changed recently, just with the whole thing of how, as we get further along in time, more and more like transmetal stuff, which was a lot of the stuff that I had as a kid that I don't have anymore, is becoming more and more fragile and
Just not worth trying to get because
just
it's not going to
not
be.
worth the hassle.
Yeah.
Like I've picked up some, and I'm just like, you know what? For all the hassle, for the quality that this and like the condition that these figures are in, it's not really worth it. So there's a few like I can think of off the top of my head. Like I'd like to get the Japanese version of like Silver Bolt because there's some deco changes that I really like more than the US version. But even then, like, at least at the time of answering this question, I'm kind of vintaged out at least for Transformers. Like right now, I'm really in a spot where I want to pick up more of the modern stuff. But G1 Prime, that's a mold that I don't even know that I've ever messed with a Generation 1 Optimus Prime toy.
I have only because I have Magnus. But yeah, so there are our answers. Also, another question.
Wait, what?
Oh wait, did you not go? I thought you were.
Oh.
Oh, well, you tagged on to his saying about Soundwave, so I just assumed that was yours.
Well, actually, no. A figure that I think would be really cool to have, going way back, like before Transformers were even before Microman, but not much before it. The original Henshin cyborgs that were basically the full-size G.I. Joe guys from the '60s, but clear and had the chrome internals.
But they don't transform. Then why are you talking about it?
Because they were basically, without them, we wouldn't have Transformers.
I don't know about that.
Well,
the toys that made us makes a good case, or makes a case for why that is.
Is that true?
Yeah. No, that's I don't know
those
if that's where
specific ones, because I remember.
No, the and this is potentially spoilers if anyone hasn't watched the episode. When they in the episode when they go back to like the history of Transformers, they touch on Diaclone, but they also touch on Hasbro's relationship with Takara, which goes all the way back to G.I. Joe, and then how it was when it was brought into Japan, they brought it over and used those molds to create Henshin cyborgs, which eventually led to Microman, which then led to Microchange, along with Diaclone.
I'm just trying to think, because I know that, like, the toy, literally the relationship, but I know, like, the cultural influences and stuff that happened, I feel like we would still get Transformers. Just looking at, I don't know. I've seen a lot of people present that. I need to rewatch the Toys That Made Us, though, because I forgot about that. But, I've seen lots of people make lots of points and stuff in terms of just the cultural influences on what made Transformers happen and stuff like that, which is really interesting in terms of like the market over there versus over here. But yeah, there's a lot. But okay, that's fair. So that is relevant. You actually want those though? Do you even know which one you would want?
Specifically, there is a gold one that is a gold internal. I think that one's really cool.
Okay, that's fair. That's cool. Moving on. Tanner, what is the random quote of the week?
Oh, word. Sound check! No! Darn that sound check.
I think his internet went.
That's not the quote, though. The quote is from something that I've been watching a lot of recently, and that is Beast Wars. I love Beast Wars. And this is from one of my favorite episodes. Jared, you may want to unplug now. Okay, so the episode is entitled Guerrilla Warfare, and it's basically when Scorponok... It's the episode where Scorponok does something. And he attaches one of his cyber bees to Optimus, and that basically was supposed to make him a cowardly leader and lead the Maximals to their doom. But instead, it made him into this crazy crazy berserker, and then at one point in the episode, he just invades the Predacon base. The other Maximals do show up, but it's mainly him, and it's great. And he gets really angry from this bee, and one of the lines he says to the Maximals is, "Got you in the one place you can't reach, didn't it? I'll blow your slugging heads off!"
So basically, you're saying you want to kill us.
Well, yeah, but it's funny because he's using it's just funny because he's using slag instead of what normally would be said.
Well, I mean, slag isn't a nice word over
I
the
know,
big
but you
pond
know what
anyways,
he's
but-
really
No, I know.
saying. And it's just funny because he's just like really angry at all the. I mean, he's not angry at them, but he's just rage.
He's just in rage mode because of that. But yeah,
It's just a really funny episode.
not as funny as the time that Rhinox farted. But anyways, actually happened.
Not that.
But anyways, this week's mascot is Bisk, because that's what Saber Athena is. Sound Jack, who is gone right now, isn't he?
Yep.
Yep.
It's,
Okay. I was gonna say, yeah, I forgot his internet gave out.
Yeah.
Anyways, it gives out at 10:30 at night. It's the weirdest thing. It always does. I don't understand how or why, but it does. Miguel, are you ready for your
Whoa.
Oh,
also on Nerdy Geek Talk this week?
Did you write something in the time that? Oh, you did. No, yeah, you did. All right. Also on Nerdy Geek Talk this week, last week's episode of Steel City Bots. I'm
Yep,
assuming?
that's it. Yep, that's
Yep.
it. There should be more this week because I'm actually finally back. So you'll get some more. At least this, probably Holocron Herald, Steel, and Mandalore Mandate. We'll see about maybe trying to get someone on instead of Zeus for Misaligned, if that's possible or not. But there'll be some stuff this week. So there's that. So as always, remember to share this podcast out if you like it. If you don't, you can let us know. Which you can do by, one, tweeting us at Steel City Bots. That's always a good place. You'll get a response pretty fast there. You can also see our stuff by subscribing at Nerdy Geek Talk, not Steel City Bots. It is our channel as a whole is Nerdy Geek Talk of the podcast family. To get all our stuff, including, mainly Steel City Bots, on basically anything: iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Podbean, all that good stuff. Just search for Nerdy Geek Talk and subscribe. You'll get everything of ours. Individually, you can find me on Twitter at Eric Crowbar, or on Instagram at Aramis Prime. There'll be some more stuff there this week. Finally, bringing back Bisk. So, yep.
Yeah.
There'll be some stuff there. Soundjack, where can everybody find you on the interwebs?
You can find me at Soundjack426 on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. My YouTube channel is it's been a while just because things are weird. But I finally posted another review today. The day we record this. So go check my channel out for reviews. My own podcast called Soundjack Scrambles for different nerdy things and a few other things you can check out there. Instagram, I post photos of the toys I review and just some other photos every now and again. And Twitter is where I hang out, so come on by and say hi.
Okay, so the commercials for medication, and at the end someone talks really fast and gives all the side effects and details. That's kind of how you sounded to me for a little bit
When I
towards
was
the
doing
end.
my
Yeah, when you were just talking fast, you just kept going, and I was just like, man, he sounds like a medication commercial. Anyways,
I mean, they probably pay pretty well, so I would not mind being on one of those.
this is true. Jared, where can peeps find you?
you can find me on Twitter at Jared Proko. That's where I'm at basically all the time. And just recently, mentioned this last week. My Instagram account is alive again. I've had it for a long time, but I never really bothered mentioning it because it's been dead. But I've recently started doing my own version of the desk bot, and that would be the night bot, which is pretty much just me taking a picture of one of my figures in the dark with a light coming from a music speaker and just typing a little like comment on it or something like that.
They usually look pretty cool. I really like some of the pictures you've taken. Did you do a Vader one before?
Yeah, I did a Vader one
I
with
think that's my
all
favorite one
red.
you've done. Yeah.
My favorite one as of right now is either that Vader or the Planet X Prime.
I really liked that too. Did you do the Planet X Megatron or no?
I did actually
I
the
thought
night
that one
before.
I was gonna say I thought I saw that and it looked good too. But
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, also I just realized if you're listening to this that as soon as it comes out, go vote for Bisk. Nominate
Yes.
Bisk for the Transformers
Do it.
Hall of Fame character. I don't expect him to win this year because I didn't really start thinking about it until after nominations started, and I was like, oh, I should like start a campaign to get Bisk going. Next year, though, this is just testing the waters, and we've gotten a somewhat positive response. So I'm just saying, next year I'm going full force campaigning for Bisk. It's gonna happen. But if you listen to this as it comes out, definitely go vote for Bisk. Make your voice heard. But
Do
anyways,
it.
Do
Uh,
it. Yes.
Miguel, where can people find you on the interwebs?
People want to hit me up. They could find me on Twitter at Logos Manor.
Coolio, you can find _ Zeus. You can find Chris's Twitter linked. I'm not even gonna bother trying to say it. Well, I think it's at Sonozawa Productions.
No, that's her YouTube. Her Twitter is Soza Productions. I want to say.
Sonozawa Productions. There we go. And then Tanner, I guess. Where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me at Optimus Prime on Twitter.
Were you just trying to say that fast? Exactly.
You can find me
All right, you don't have to do
at
slow-mo.
Optimus Prime on Twitter.
Why'd you sound so sad? Anyway.
Because I got rejected. Ow.
I'm pretty sure he did that on purpose, but he totally just fell over, and that was pretty funny. Okay, that's it for this week of Steel City Bots. You can tell I'm out of the loop just a little. Hopefully next week will be a little smoother. But yeah, that's it. So thanks for listening. Bye. Oh, and for Chris, bye, Anara.